live. We should be live already.
Are we live
People
now?
can see us. We should be online.
Okay, the live button's come up. I think.
We're
Is
starting. We're
it?
starting
Oh
actually
no,
here,
it's
which is
gone away
crazy.
again.
Oh, come on, Twitch. You can do it. We're streaming on YouTube.
Oh, here we
Here we
are.
go. Now we're
Yeah.
live.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Because we're
Fair
using
enough.
this
Fair enough.
restream thing, because restream bounces us to both Twitch and YouTube. I don't really know how useful that is. I feel like YouTube like auto archive stuff.
I'm wearing a really bright lipstick. Sorry.
Great. You're a
It's
bright
well,
person.
it's not the lipstick I normally like, but now that my son can walk, he likes taking the things that I like and hiding them around the house. So now I have none of my makeup, and I'm having to make do with whatever I can find. I am pouring gin straight into the tonic can. I'm sorry.
Oh my God, it's really starting hard here.
I would like, people are like, oh yeah, she's let herself go, got messy since she had a baby. No, I've always been this messy. Dave can testify.
It's not that. How messy is it? You drink like a beer, like one. It's not like you're sitting
No,
there.
no, I feel like
back
opening your mixer, drinking a bit out, and then pouring the alcohol in without getting the glass. That's messy.
I don't know. I can't. I can't.
I mean,
I can't say.
I'm not peak messy because I'm not doing it on public transport. That would be awesome. I mean, you can't do that right where you are, but we can do that in my country.
I mean, you shouldn't do that where I am. Is more like it. That's what I would say. Like you shouldn't. You could, but you shouldn't.
And what adds to the mess is I'm going through like the miniature gin bottles that I've stolen from various locations in my life.
Is that how that works? We like.
Yeah, you can get them from the planes and stuff. They usually try to open them for you, right? But if you order more than one at a time, they won't open them both for you. So then you can slip it into your bag.
I'm just advertising this literally everywhere.
No, I'm teaching people how don't drink too much, people. It's really
definitely don't drink too much. That would be problematic.
And if you don't drink at all, that's probably for the best, to be honest. Probably for the best.
I mean, as someone who doesn't drink at all, I think it's pretty cool to not drink. All the cool kids don't drink.
Do you know what? Like, yeah, I didn't.
Like, I appreciate my lifestyle. I'm just saying it's not going to make people think you're cool. It won't.
No, so I didn't drink during. Oh God, how many lockdowns we have? Let's say we had 3 major lockdowns in the UK. The first lockdown, it was sunny, and I enjoyed having a beer once a day outside in my garden. I apologise for the screaming child again. Anyway, and that was fine.
Funny.
But then winter came, and I was like, do you know what? If I drink during a winter lockdown, that's not going to end in a happy place. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what age has given me. Age has given me the point where I'm like, oh, do you know what? Having a beer now is going to make me, I'm going to relax. I'm going to enjoy drinking the taste of this beer. Whereas, as now I'm like, no, I'm already not in a great place. Let's not add the beer to the mix.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Now, again, as someone who doesn't drink, I can't say for sure, but I'm wondering if it's because, like, I feel like when it's summer and it's bright and happy out and you go to the beach, that's almost like if you just lay there in the sun, that's almost a draining activity. It's not a bad activity. But, like the sun is warm and you're like,
Yeah, like photosynthesizing.
I can see like kind of like drinking and relaxing like that still feels good because you're in the nice warm sun, like the world is pleasant, and so there's like kind of just a good vibe to it. But in the winter when it's cold and dark and unpleasant, and then you're kind of like, well, I guess I'll drink.
I know. I feel like it really does enhance emotions, especially negative emotions, right?
So maybe, and again, I don't know. I can't speak for you're the resident drinker here.
I'm the resident, but then that's why when I really was like, okay, I'm going to cut down on my drinking, I still maintained, going to the pub and having a beer. But because again, I'm with my friends, I'm already in a positive place, and we're chatting, and there's something nice. But then I was like, what? Especially during lockdown, like I want to sit on my own and drink a beer. Like that's just going to make me more depressed about all the things that are happening around me. So. That's what age gave me to know, and and to slow the drinking down as well. Like it's okay to be like, actually, I'm gonna have a Coke for this round, and this, in America you don't have rounds, Coke. Right? We have the rounds, so it's quite easy to get into
here.
I know, but probably not as is really rigid here. Like there's a social
racist. You're like, oh, not as well as we do. We do it the right way.
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think we do it the right way. I think it's a really like if you try to step out of the round, people really don't like it.
Huh.
So it's like say, okay, for this round, I'm just going to have a non-alcoholic drink is a really easy way to slow it down. Otherwise, you end up drinking as quick as like the fastest person rather than your pace.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. You want to see
Yeah.
well, I guess each time someone's like, "What do you want now?" You can just be like, "Well, I want to wait a bit."
And
Maybe
that's the
next
other
round
problem
I'll get
is people
something.
are really anxious to get their round in and not be seen as the dick who didn't buy their round on time. So everyone's like, "Oh, it's my round," and it sort of
I see.
naturally speeds it up in a way that it's not healthy. You
I can
know
see
what I
it
mean?
as like a friends sharing thing. Yeah, like I wouldn't want to be that friend that like waited till the very end and looks like I was kind of
Yeah,
hoping people
and they're
would
like,
leave
"Oh,
first. Like,
oh,
oh, there's only 3 of us left. I guess it's my round now. Like,
yeah,"
I don't have
or
to
like,
pay for
"Oh,
eight.
oh,
I'll
we
pay
gotta
for
go
3.
home. I'll
Yeah.
start next time," when you know they're gonna have forgotten, bastard.
So let's see. What is our news? Our news of the week has to be this Tenhou crash. Do we know anything about
Uh,
Tenhou
do you know
crashing?
what? Yeah, do you know what? Sonoda was like live blogging the crash.
Okay. What do we know?
Let me pick it. Let me pick up it because I was kind of half following it, but
Yeah.
he's like saying, problem is, Dave, this is why you need to speak a bit of Japanese because
I do. I don't know anything about Japanese.
he just
No, I
says,
do
oh,
know a little,
yeah.
but I don't really know.
So it was something to do with the servers, right?
Well, I'm assuming that, yeah, because they were dead and gone.
But the status, this he says the status was green, so we couldn't work out what the actual bug was. It seems whether it was the connection or whether there was an error in the status. Does that make sense?
Kikakumi's planning team. Yeah, one he mentions.
Which,
That hearing that worries me a bit because it implies that his actual grasp on what's going on in his service is poor.
I mean,
Like,
because,
I mean, outages can be weird and complicated, so who knows exactly what happened, but just like
so he I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure where he's like. I presume he doesn't run his own servers. I presume he's got servers that he uses, right? He's
I wouldn't
contracted that bit out.
necessarily. Well, yeah. I mean, actually, I don't know. For all I know, he has data center colo space somewhere that he's had for 20 years, and it's just like, yeah, I have a server on a rack over there.
But I think the thing was also confusing because both Run and Tenho went down, but they were on two different servers.
Okay.
Or no, Tenho. They seem to be sporadically. Do you know? It's really because he was kind of doing it on the fly. It really is difficult to understand.
Well, then you're gonna get like
happened.
his hypotheses mixed in with actual things. If he's
Yeah,
just like typing
and
out what he thinks as he goes.
I don't know what I'm reading here either. I gotta be honest. Yeah, I know. So he managed to. When did he get it back?
It
Oh,
took
so
a
he's
while. It was
so
for
he's
a
moved
while.
it. So it was Run was moved to a temporary server.
Okay, he
And
just moved it over.
Yeah, profiles and stuff aren't working. I mean, it sounds like it must be a server error, right? Like, I mean, you say it must be obviously, but like,
Well, I mean, the problem is
whoever the
a server
provider
is like
was.
that's a pretty broad swath of problems.
Right, but I presume it was his provider, right? If moving over to another server just fixed it.
Not necessarily. It could be a
Okay.
configuration problem or something, and then like
That's true.
redeploying it fixed it. Like there's a lot of question marks.
So the last time I looked, which the replays and stuff were not working.
Oh, well, let's find out. Do we have
Yeah, I don't know. And then Ron's profile pictures aren't working, but no one gives a shit about that. That's all right. I mean, I don't know what Sonoda, who's the guy. Sonoda is the guy who runs Tenhou. I don't know what he does as like a day job. If this is his day job, because this would be a stressful day job. Like I imagine that Tenhou and stuff just potters along, all on its own.
Oh, everything's great until it's not.
Apart from then it collapses. Then you're like, oh my god, I wish I had more people.
Everything works great until the moment something doesn't work great, and like it's so weird because you'll build these systems, and they'll be like really complicated systems, so like hundreds of different things flying around, and you get it working, you're finally like, yes, and like it's all working, and all the millions of little bits are doing the right thing. Like that's awesome until like any one little thing breaks, and then you're just like, ooh. And you have to like untangle the whole thing and figure out how to like make that's the problem with a lot of these things.
I feel like you would have gotten fired from Twitter if you'd have said this to Elon Musk because the way he talks makes programming seem super simple.
He's the man is a brick wrapped in stupid. Like I don't know how to I don't anyone who thought this man was some kind of genius, I don't know who you I don't know how you can continue thinking that. Anyone who thinks this guy's a funny troll, like it's not even funny. It's just embarrassingly stupid.
Do you know what? I think he must have been intelligent at one point, and maybe the drugs and the alcohol weren't good for his intelligence.
I think he was probably to be very honest. I'm going to be mean and pejorative. I think he was probably a mediocre engineer who spent a good chunk of time with people who were shittier engineers than him. So he was able to feel smart with these very fucking basic takes. And then he got lucky with PayPal.
Maybe.
Well, I mean, his parents already owned a friggin' emerald mine or something like that. So he already
Oh,
had the
he
money
told
to
me on
play with.
Twitter yesterday that was a lie, but
No, it's
that didn't
very.
seem a lie
It's
because he said it with his
oh
own
yeah,
mouth.
yeah. He says a lie because all they owned were like shares in an emerald
A-
mine,
And
which
also,
like
I definitely
okay,
watched an interview where he said that his family had shares in the Emerald Mine. He said that with his own words, and then he told me on
poor
Twitter
these
yesterday that he
douches.
didn't say it with his own words. But then he also tried to say he wasn't rude to that poor disabled man.
Oh, he was incredibly rude to that guy, but like he doesn't care.
No,
Um,
and I bet you a lot of employment lawyers are pretty pleased right now for
he
themselves.
doesn't care. I mean, he seems to be right now operating off this idea that he embodies Twitter, and so the more
Mm.
crazy he acts, the more people care about what he tweets. That's the thing. It doesn't matter, and this is the modern era, right? It doesn't matter if you get good or bad attention. It just matters if people are tweeting and retweeting about you.
Now,
And
I'm
he
going to give
seems to have
you
decided that's like the core metric of success for his service.
I'm going to give you my anecdote about how Twitter is now much worse than it used to be.
Also, to be fair,
Now it's
replays do seem to be working. So if you
oh,
have a
that's good.
replay
So
you want to send me,
should I send? I
do
just
you have
send
one?
you my most recent one. That
Okay, yeah,
way,
let's take a look. Let's take a
that
look.
way I can't
I'll
be
load it up,
accused of
and
cherry
you can give
picking
us your take.
because I actually don't remember what I did. Yeah. So like, are you like why I got Twitter? Do you know why I like Twitter? Because I like Japanese professional mahjong Twitter because it's mostly talking about food. I like looking at gerbils as well, and that's what my Twitter used to
Mm.
serve me: gerbils and food from Japanese folk.
Mm-hmm.
Happy days, right? How do I share this again?
I don't
Save link as. Oh, I
yeah,
always
you
get
gotta
this
find a way
wrong.
to get this thing. It's
Ah,
super weird.
no, I don't
Trying to
want to
send one
save
to
it
refresh.
like that. It is weird, right?
Oh,
I'm
no, it's a
glad.
cringe. If you want to share replay, I'd actually be happy to do someone's replay.
Yeah,
Um,
if someone else wants to share a
it's
replay, it
not for
doesn't have to be
cringe. It's
mine.
for discussion. It's for discussion. Every choice has
We
some
can
merit.
not say who was Watashi,
Yeah,
who was me.
we can also not say who was. Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah,
Uh,
send a replay, Pez. And so anyway, I'm going to tell you my anecdote. Whilst Pez decides, like manages to find his
you're
link.
shoving poor Pez into it.
Yeah, you have to do it, Pez. Anyway, so like, so I go to Twitter and I get to see pictures of
All right, go for it.
Japanese food and gerbils. However, now I go on Twitter today and I kid you, it's just the stuff I'm served. It's Elon Musk constantly. And then today it sent me this huge numbers of threads about how Anthony Bourdain was a chef to celebrities serving babies in a restaurant that he allegedly was called the Cannibal Club. And I'm like, at what point, Mr. Algorithm, did you think I'd want to see any of this?
To be fair, if that was true, I can kind of see why he, you know.
But it's not true, is it?
Oh,
It's
I know
just
it's
more.
absolutely,
It's more fucking
madness,
blood
false.
libel. That's bollocks. And just why this is ever allowed to continue?
It's a private company; it can do what it wants. I mean, but the problem with
It
all that
can, it
is
can, it can,
that
it
at
can.
the end of the day, here's where like the brick you throw in the air must come down, because the brick thrown in the air is this magical idea that if you have Twitter and you sit there reading JPML Twitter, looking at pictures of food and looking at pictures of gerbils, you're spending a lot of time looking, and all that looking maybe somehow will turn into you looking at ads. And so that's where you throw the brick up, right? And it was like, oh boy, look at all the looking. And then at some point, Twitter realized, like, wait, no one wants to look at ads. They want to see food. They want to see
But,
gerbils. When we show them ads, they don't care. When we
but you
try
know
to
what's funny? I definitely look at ads on Instagram. Like, so now I don't, I've stopped looking at Twitter. So I mostly look at Instagram now. And it's funny, I do click on Instagram's ads. Because whatever
oh,
the
I never clicked
algorithm is
on
doing is
Instagram.
serving me things I want.
I mean, Twitter was good in the sense that it provided lots of people this microblogging platform that let them quickly send little snippets back and forth that was not
Thank you,
accessible to
Pez.
people before. Thank you, Pez.
Yes. You don't know. Do you know what? Yeah, it's my fault. It is my
I'll
fault.
see.
I'm
I
sorry.
think it auto anons because I'm not you. I
Yeah.
think because I'm not a logged in user and I'm not you, it should anonymize. I'm going to check first before I put anything up. Yeah, I see me, A-san, B-san, C-san. I don't know. Oh
I
no, it's
don't
a
think
mobile
me
link.
is necessarily you, though,
Yeah, I
right?
think me randomizes, but because it's a mobile link, I can't tell who's who. Um,
Because I remember
can I
we've had
change
this
it to a
conversation
non-mobile
before,
link?
right?
Let me see if I can change it to a non-mobile link.
Dave's
Because I
going to
have
look
like
into
the
the
log
Matrix.
ID, and so
But yeah, so
because a
maybe it's my
non-mobile link
fault.
gives me a lot more control
Maybe
over
it's
what's
my
going
fault.
on.
But Instagram is just better anyway. Because Instagram
Yeah, I
still
think I
shows me
can.
things like gerbils and my favorite momfluencers now.
Oh no,
So.
momfluencers always are going to tell you not to get vaccines and stuff. Okay, good. I got it to the desktop
Oh,
version.
it's okay. I'm on the messy momfluencers
Okay.
algorithm
So
where they're like, did you survive today? You did good. I'm like,
the
yes.
me in this game won with plus 43. So if that's you, then you done good. So it may or may not be you. If you want me, so you can say if you want me to watch that me, or if you want to pick another player. We're going to talk about everyone though, so it kind of.
That's all right, but I know Instagram doesn't let you see anything about an account, and I suspect Twitter won't let you see much about an account soon as well.
The
I
weird thing
think.
with all of that is like Google really nailed it, because what Google did with ads is Google says, okay, well, when I search for shoes, you're going to show me ads about shoes. So I'm already like you got me right at that point. I want to know about shoes, and you're showing me shoes, and so that's why Google ads are kind of perennially fairly good. Because overall, you're showing me something I'm immediately interested in. Even if I still know it's an ad, even if I know it's an ad. But it's an ad for shoes. I want to know about shoes. But the problem with Twitter and Instagram and all those other types of ads that make them challenging is I don't want to know about shoes. I want to see what my friends are doing. I want to see what's going on. And it's hard to contextualize.
I think that's why Instagram's different, because if I am thinking about buying shoes, I might go to Pinterest or Instagram to look for ideas for shoes.
Right. And so if
and
you
then
go
they've
to
got
Instagram
influencers
and you say, I
stuff.
want to look at shoes, then there's a place for them to advertise at you. I feel like Twitter, that's harder.
Yeah, that is
Twitter,
harder.
You're looking at these little text snippets or these little posts. It's hard to get much knowledge of what the post is about. You're subscribed to people, not tags necessarily. Like it's hard. And yeah, that's the brick falling, as I'm realizing, oh, actually, it's really hard to extract revenue from this thing, even though we got a lot of attention. I think they sell butts to the people looking at it. They just sell butts.
So what I get told, it's a lot of women who just let you into their kitchen and they sell you household goods. I mean, it's do you know what, Instagram maybe I think is a really good way to sell to females, because it's that sort of
that's gendered.
It's that sort of like TV kind of, like afternoon TV where women are looking for solutions to their crappy life problems, right? They're not tending to be looking for like a nice watch or a suit or whatever to like give them more status.
Everyone wants to look for solutions to their crappy life problems.
Well, I mean, but their crappy life problems are usually pretty fixable with like a $10 device, or they admire, a particular person and they want to aspire to that lifestyle. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too gendered here, but I know
it's hard.
I feel like maybe the Instagram I'm looking at feels very well catered towards my identity. Does that make sense? Now, maybe if I looked at Instagram from another perspective, I would feel something different. Yeah, I mean, that's how they do it. And lots of these momfluencers, all they're doing is they're just saying, oh, I got this from Amazon. Here's my Amazon shop store, right? And you're not buying from them, but through their link, they're getting pennies, right? Exactly. So,
and they shoveling your money into Amazon's gullet and throwing 5 cents at a mom along the way.
Exactly. Every single outfit is put on Instagram so you can see what it looks like. If they buy something, they from Instagram they do these haul videos. And especially like if you're like weaning your kid, like if you're a first time mom, you have no idea what to get ever, and no one tells you what to get. There's no book. No one tells you what you should be doing. And then these Instagrammers are like, oh, well, actually, this is the plate that I got for my kid, and it really worked because of this, this, and this. And then you're like, yes.
Isn't that like? All right, I know we want to talk about Mahjong, but
you want to pick up the point.
Like exploitative as shit. Like time was when I made a product. If I made a new stroller, it was my job as a stroller manufacturer to find ways to engage you, to pay for advertising, to tell you how to get this stroller.
You see, I think that's where you've got it wrong. No, I think that's where you've got it wrong. It's always been about the Tupperware party. Instagram is just like a Tupperware party.
But it's a self-funded Tupperware, and this is where it gets weird.
But no, because they're paying these influencers to talk about these products
as much as the equivalent advertising would cost. Because
maybe
the influencers, this is a breakdown issue. If I'm an advertising firm, I can price the advertising and I can keep track of the return on investment to be taking a reasonable cut of the money you actually make. But if you break it down, so you're not dealing with a corporate institution or an institution that even has the ability to understand the economics of the situation, and you're dealing with some poor mom in the middle of nowhere for whom $20 is a big deal.
Okay, you're talking about micro-influencers, I guess,
I'm talking about this, the whole way that economy reshapes things is instead of having one broad advertising company or bigger advertising concerns, you break it down to individuals who may or may not be extraordinarily financially savvy, and you price it to what they consider to be valuable when they do not have the picture of the entire market, so that you can save a lot of money on advertising.
This is still Tupperware parties. This is exactly what they did.
And the Tupperware parties, it's terrible.
I guess in a way, but it's a way women tend to buy and get recommendations. They want to
Oh,
see from other
I have
people,
no problem with the
and
idea
that's
that people like recommendations.
yeah,
I love that. I love seeing a product myself and touching it and
yeah.
understanding whether it's good. I think that's all very
So
good.
and
But
because of a lot of the social connections are no longer at the school playground or whatever, they have to find other ways to get into those networks, and this is
I
how they're
feel like
doing
these
it.
people are not getting. These people are being put into an economic. It's like the Twitch Thunderdome. These people are getting put into an economic situation where they're not being paid anywhere near the amount of value that they're bringing.
Maybe,
That's the
yeah.
problem. The problem is not that the influencer is letting you get a view of something you wouldn't otherwise be able to understand, or showing you or
Mm,
helping you see. I think that's good. That helps you as a consumer make a good choice. I love knowing. Again, I love being able to
mm.
touch something and know if it's good or not. That's not the
I
problem. The
mean,
problem
yeah,
is that they
I
give you
definitely think there is actually, that's obviously why Tupperware. I mean, I'm trying to think of the real
hot
multi-level marketing
economic
schemes in
takes.
America. Like, is
Come to
it
my sweet
and
party. No, no, you can come to my
what
Tupperware
is it?
party.
And
Come to my
something. What
Tupperware
is?
party.
Oh my god, what is that big one? The herbal one in
$10 and 10 pounds.
America.
I mean, $10 is basically 10. No, it's not. I used to be able to joke about $10 being 10 pounds. It's not true anymore.
It's not quite
Boo.
not no, but no, it's Amway. That's what I was trying to think of.
Amway's a
Those are
bit
the
of a pyramid
companies who've
scheme.
really exploited these systems.
Yeah, Amway's. I can't argue about Amway.
Yeah, Amway, Lulu, La Roe, Tupperware. Um, Avon, not so much, but still to an extent. Those are the
It's
ones who've really, and they've been going on since the dawn of time. So in some ways, these Instagrammers
kind of
taking it
true, actually.
back feels a little bit,
But
a
they're
little
not
bit
taking it
better.
back because they're still relying on big companies to swoop in and say
So
what they're willing
inclusion
to pay
Twitter is
you.
a pain. I think we've already agreed, like Mary
Mary
Kay,
Kay. Yeah, Mary Kay.
exactly. But I think we've all established. Me and Dave have already said by the content Thunderdome, it is all just a pyramid scheme.
It's a bit of a pyramid. But
You are
the
never going to
Content
be
Thunderdome is a
Amaranth
pyramid scheme built
or
on the dead bodies of everyone else in the Content Thunderdome, which is terrifying. So let's
we're
look at this
still here,
Mahjong.
Dave. We're still here. Let's look at
Yeah, we're
Mahjong.
winning the Content Thunderdome for you guys because we love you. Chat highlight. What is it? Oh, there's a thing. They're trying to teach me about how to use my own chat. What is this chat setting you want me to care about? I don't want to care about it because I'm
Mahjong
busy.
is a pyramid scheme.
Mahjong is a
Like
pyramid scheme.
the first hit is always free. Have you noticed that you are
Yeah,
really
that's
good
just
at Mahjong
drugs. Drugs
for
aren't a
like the
pyramid scheme.
first
They're just
month?
drugs.
Okay, right. Well, you're always really good. You have the rookie luck for the first month, and it's just nothing can stop you. And you're like, oh wow, I must be really good at this game. And then the next, as we established, 18 years I've been playing this game.
Yeah.
I've learned I'm not very good at it at all.
Oh, I can make chat emotes only. I don't know why I do that, but I could. Emotes only chat.
18
Jokes on you. I
years.
was never. Oh, boo. You were good.
18
You're all
years.
good.
18 years.
It's been a long time. All
I
right.
could have had a kid and raised them to a full
You already
adult.
did. You're working on that.
18
You've got like
years.
16 years left now. 15, 16 years left. That's reactable. All right, let's take a look. What do we got here? We got a pretty good starting hand. I like this. I like 4-5-5 with the red 5. I like the ones. I like the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Wait, we're not dealer though. Okay.
We're not the dealer. We're not the dealer, so we don't have to rush it. We have Pin Fudora. We could easily get to like a Dama Pin Fudora situation where like maybe we grab it, maybe we don't. I'm pretty happy with it.
Are you not thinking Itsu? Like
Itsu's possible.
I think it's really possible here. I mean, I'm already gonna want to cut that one so because it's just.
I want to cut the one so, and I kind of want to cut the 5 pin. Part of me wants to cut that 5 pin aggressively early, just because I feel like it's gonna get stuck for later if I don't.
I don't know. My
major
order would be
problems,
one
though.
so Southwind,
Yeah.
then maybe 5 pin because if you draw another 5 pin, it's that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I'd keep it because that's really the value. The value is going to be pretty much Itsu, but this is good. This is, I think, a good start worth taking a peek at.
PMB. See, first 4 tournaments podium. I told you that's what Mahjong does.
Yeah. You got it.
Sucks you in, makes you think you're good.
Makes you think you got it, and then suddenly you start thinking about what you're doing, and as soon as you start thinking about what you're doing, it all hits the crap. It's all terrible. Over to the right, what do we got? We got 2, 3, 4, 1, 2.
So
8,
this is
9.
dealer, right?
Yeah, no, this is to the right. Oh, yeah. Sorry.
Hard
Chanta.
Oh no.
It's possible. We got 1, 2, 3.
You're going to throw the door off a hard Chanta? Bugger off. You are not going to do that. Not on my watch.
First, okay, if you're at the right table, first discard Dora from the dealer is a pretty kick-ass statement to then humiliate yourself with later when you go to a called Chanta and everyone's like, I fucking hate you.
I mean,
See, I would do that
Dave,
at
don't
a
do that.
table with
Please
Moriyama.
don't do that.
I would
Yeah.
do that because it would be, frankly, if I did that, it would be to be weird. It would be because it was weird, and
Don't.
because I'd be hoping to make people a little nervous by playing weird.
I think
But that
Dave's
only
justifying
works
that.
like
I would
one
never
hand.
do that.
You
No,
get like
no.
one of those a game.
What you're hoping here is to get another East Wind or a Green Dragon and call it through.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you. Okay, good. Move on quickly here. Jeez.
Well, we got a pair of Hakus across, but nothing else.
That's bullshit. That's
Yeah,
if it comes
a
together, it
poor
comes
start.
together. Otherwise, fold it. That's
Poor
crap.
start. At least there's a lot of safe tiles over here.
Mm-hmm.
And here we have two reds in the wilderness, which also kind of sucks over on the left.
I don't know. Those reds are adjacent to the door. I quite like that hand actually. I'd definitely be giving that a little bit of breathing room to see how it goes.
You got a 9-pin. You got a 9-man. You could throw those. You got a north and a hot. So you do have a little bit of time to see what happens. So let's see where. So we actually have a slightly short stream today.
Yeah. Sorry, I've got to leave at 6:30.
So we're gonna be a little bit quick. So let's see where we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, here we go. So what's happened? Okay. So we've gotten into Pinfusville, basically, it looks like. It looks like we have not gotten anything to advance this Itsu, but we do have one set in 3 blocks, which is making our way downtown to Pinfu. We get that 3-sided weight with the 6-pin.
I like it, and I think you've still left it open to a straight.
Yeah, we haven't thrown away anything for Itsu, so we could do it, and then we could
break
break
down
that like
tile.
7-8 if we do. The Haku's is safe. The Haku's very safe now, so yeah, we can hang out. Good catch. Good keeping that.
I think this is strong play from Watashi.
Watashi done good.
Is it Watashi, Watashi, or Watashi? I don't know.
I don't know. It's whatever one means. I'm a little girl, I think is what you're supposed to do to not be rude to anyone. Just to avoid accidentally insulting someone, just speak as if you're a tiny child. The poor dealer has gotten garbage to work with, unfortunately. Like they got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9, 4, 8.
But that I think, and exactly what I said. I think they needed to hold that east a little bit longer.
Yeah, even the south actually. Like they should have realized that given these bad sets and bad structures, like.
But the south wasn't a value tile. I was going to give them a Yaku, so I would have held on to the Green Dragon, the East Wind, and I would have cut either the 8-9 or that 1-2 shape, depending on what they drew in at that point. Especially that one with that 2-4.
I would have almost kept the south as a safe.
You could do, yeah. But I think you're east, so you've got to kind of not. You don't want to keep too much. But in the end, he started off with 1-2 and 8-9, right? Two groups right at the edge of your suits.
Yeah.
I would have thrown one of those before I threw the green in the east, because there's no other way to make a Yaku otherwise.
Yeah, you're just not going to make this happen if you don't give yourself at least that opportunity. The green died pretty quick. Well, the one green came out fairly quickly, but that's still second discard, which meant that it was after he threw it.
Yeah,
so and that's the other thing
prompted
that happens when you do
that.
You he unlocked the green for the table, and now everyone else is free to get rid of it and move ahead, while him getting rid of the green.
And he threw the right dragon as well. So I would have husbanded those a little bit.
Well, yeah.
I would have husbanded those a little bit longer and thrown away one of the less easy to build groups.
Yeah, for me personally, usually when I'm throwing those early, it's almost I think of it as chicken feed. Like it depends on the type of table I'm at, but if I feel like people are going to grab them, like in the right game situation, if I'm very far ahead, I want someone to make a not the dealer, but I want some non-dealer player to make like a 1-Han dragon hand they felt they had to go quick with. So that I don't get pulled down. I'm just saying they can fight for 1,000 points.
Opposite's been doing well, yeah.
Well, opposite called their dragon, but they're not really. They got 7, 8. Oh no, they're each on 10. It's just slightly ugly unless they get this 3.
But they can call it.
Yeah, they can call it.
Yeah,
and they can't fit a door in yet. No, but we'll see. Our player to the left, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 9. 3, 4, 8, 9, 9, 5, 5. Like they're struggling a little. For the Mahjong, for the killer kills you.
Yeah, the one should have gone. I mean, and also they've got 1, 2, 4 pin. I'm not sure at what point they drew those in. They probably, who was saying Chiral? He was saying before that they're blinkered, that all they can see at the moment is a straight.
Yeah, they're like a little focused. I see that 1, 2, 3, 4. You're kind of imagining you'll get like a 5 or a 3, and you'll turn it into 2 sets. Like that's a fantasy. Or you get another 4, and then that'll be your pair, and won't that be cool? But like.
But it's too slow. It's too slow. You need to,
Especially if what you're doing is throwing these power tiles out to the table to let everyone else speed up. All right, so let's see where we get with our next 6.
Oh, we didn't talk about to the left, by the
Oh
way.
wait, we didn't.
But it's all right. He's
That's right.
doing
We got
well.
left. Left
Yeah.
has good structures. We'll see.
Oh, it wasn't you. Sorry, Cheryl. I blamed you.
Okay, so let's see where we're at. So our dealer has just declared reach. Um, so our player across has called their way to Tenpai on the 3-so. And this leaves them in a slightly ugly spot right now because they don't have
Yeah.
many tiles full. They do have some safe on the dealer, so they're not that bad off.
Do you
Our
reckon they will fold to the dealer though, or they've they've
That's a good
overcommitted and
question.
they can't reverse? You know what people get like.
Given the dealer's discards, I'd probably fold. I have nothing to tell me that 5-pin's safe
Ah,
at all.
you've got two tiles at least you can
Oh no,
fold
I
with.
have the 8-pin. The dealer threw the 8-pin. So maybe I have a tiny bit of evidence of
Oh,
5
sorry, I'm
pin.
talking about a cross. I'm
Yeah,
talking
for
about a
across,
cross.
but the
Yeah.
across took that 8-pin from the dealer. So the dealer threw the 8. So we have one of our 5-pin potential weights has been crossed off. But I
Yeah.
still wouldn't feel good about dealing into a dealer epots round 1 of the game.
No, just throw the 7 and
Throw
the
the
9.
7, throw the 3. Hi, Carol. I'd probably throw the 9. Yeah, I'd probably throw the 9 just because maybe I get the 6 and become alive again somehow. Like, there's no reason to throw out that hope, given that the 9 is pretty hard safe. Yeah, I don't see anything else I can do here with the dealer's discards. I mean, the dealer's waiting on only a 3-pin. They got themselves into, like, any Tenpai and went with it, which is a little disappointing, but it's not like they had better material, so maybe the push is worth it.
I don't know. I feel like if they'd have, waited for that other East.
Well, yeah, if they played differently, I think that would have been a better deal.
Yeah.
But given that they threw it, I don't think they had any other... Well, they had one other option here, which is interesting. They didn't believe in their Itsu. They could have been Tenpai on the 8-man here.
What I also want to understand here is why they threw the 7-man over the 1-man, because they could have then gone dumber in the hope of pushing it into a Tenhou.
Yeah, with a third 4-pin draw, that would have actually been pretty sweet, because then they'd be on the 2 or the 3.
Or you could have even called the 4-pin and thrown the 2-pin.
Yeah.
Sorry, not thrown the 1-pin and then wait on the 2-pin and hope that you get a better weight somewhere else.
Let's look. When did they throw this 9-man? They threw this 9-man here. They got the 6. They had 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 9. And they threw the 9-man. Oh, I feel like that was a big mistake. I feel like I would have thrown this 9-pin.
Yeah.
And not given up on the Itsu, because Itsu is another thing I can call and make happen if I have to. And so they got rid of that, and then they got rid of the 9-pin when they got this HOTS, which they didn't need to do. And then they filled this in. So they had 3, 4, 5. So this would have been the point where they would have had to make a choice with 4, 6, 7, 9. Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, they really could have had their Itsu here if they played it a little different. They could have thrown the 1-pin here. Actually, yeah, they could have thrown the 1-pin right here.
I don't like the order of discards.
Yeah, the order of discards is a little tricksy. So we got a cross who's in a situation where they should fold. They don't have value. They don't need to do it. Left also has 9s. Left has 2 9s. So if I was left, I'd probably be throwing them because we already have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like, we're Ishan 10. If left gets Tenpai, it might be worth chasing.
If I drew the 4-man on my next draw, I would reach it.
Yeah, I might.
Three Dora reach pin through. Yeah, I want to see that one through.
Yeah, but I wouldn't be so horrified if I had to throw those 9-mans.
No,
because maybe I wind up back in Tenpai with Tenhou.
And yeah, you can call it through.
Yeah, I can call for Tenhou Dora 2. Maybe.
Dora 3, maybe even.
Yeah. So like my options don't really close off. This is the thing I like to teach people. It's like just because you're taking a step back from ready, like people who play hard efficiency are always so laser focused on like get ready as fast as possible. And I think knowing how to do that's good, but sometimes you can take a step back and chill out a bit and like remember that there's a way back. Like there's a way back to glory for you, where you can make it happen. We are in a weird spot, but not that weird a spot because we have that Haku and we're Ishan 10. So like again, like if we draw the right tile, we could reach and chase as well.
I wouldn't reach and chase with this one. There's no value.
No, I'd probably Dama, because if we draw the right tile, it's Pinfu anyway. So we could Dama and chase. There's
Yeah,
no
I
chance of needing to
mean,
reach.
but the benefit of having the save tile here is you can get round the e-pads around and then make your decision when you've seen
Yeah,
how everyone else is reacting
that's
as
true. You
well.
can see if everyone else decides to fold. Let's see, do
You know, if
people
someone
fold?
if someone else is aggressing, you might be like, oh, okay, I'm out.
Yeah, I don't want to deal with. Or you let them clear the way for you. Let them deal
Yeah,
dangerous tiles, and you follow them. So okay, let's look. Across does deal the 9 man, which is I think the best
yeah,
fold they can do right there,
smart
which is
move.
smart.
Hmm.
Oh no, the 2 pin comes into our player left, and they reach. So they
You know
chase.
what?
I don't think this is a terrible decision. I think it's an aggressive play, but they do have like reach pin Fudora Dora, so it's basically Mongon. It's Mongon regardless. It's 4 and 30 or 5 and 20.
Yeah,
So and maybe even Dora 3
yeah.
and maybe flip. So like this, I wouldn't call this a terrible play. I don't know.
No,
I think
and
there's
you can
logic
see
here.
two of the red fives. You know the dealer doesn't have them at least.
Yeah, yeah. What you don't know is where the heck the Dora is.
Yeah.
Seems like an easy push. Having the extra 5 man around was a bigger question. Yeah, like I might have wanted to break that 5 man down much earlier, just because I don't like having that tile hanging out.
Mm.
That's kind of why
Ah,
at the beginning I was like, I want to kill this 5 pin. I just don't want it sitting around because yeah, then this could have been a much less scary
right, but the five
throw.
pin isn't adjacent to the door. I think probably Korak's reacting that way because that 5 man is adjacent to the
It's
door.
even more radioactive.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Agree, agree. All right,
Thanks,
well they
Korak.
reach, and what do? We just throw this east. We draw and throw an east because we get an easy decision to be made for us. So let's keep going forward.
Nice.
Um, okay, so we end up dealing in. This is an interesting deal in though. Let's talk about it because most people are doing nothing. Basically, it looks like
Why didn't
folds
you
are
throw the
happening.
8 pin?
Across is folding. Yeah, I'm wondering like, well, it's weird, yeah, because we made a 6-7 set here, so we actually could have gotten rid of this 7-8 set. The 8 pin.
The 8 pin's hard save.
Is it? Yeah,
It's
because
hard.
the 8
Yeah,
pin's been dealt by the dealer, and dealt the 8 pin would have been a much
yeah.
safer way. Yeah, they might have just not seen it because it's hard to remember all these things when you're in the heat of the moment.
Right, but so the answer was to deal the 7 man. I guess because it's right. Okay, yeah,
As
yeah,
drawn,
yeah.
it's seven's hard safe on the dealer,
But
but
it's
not on
it's
our other.
Suji on the Dora.
Yeah, that makes it real
So
risky.
yeah, even if the dealer doesn't want it, someone might want it.
Yeah, if you're only looking at the
No.
dealer, don't only look at the dealer when there's another reach on the table, especially. And yeah, I think this would have been a great opportunity to keep the 6-7 as your new cool set and get rid of this 7-8, which is already kind of redundant with a 4-5 anyway, and the 8's hard safe. Ugh, tiny whiff.
Yeah, yeah. 7 pin. I wouldn't be like because you can see what you can see. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you show me the board again?
Ugh, fine, just like a Mandy.
Sorry, Dave.
7-pin's a bit more risky.
You can see. So you can see 4 8 pins. You can see 2 9 pins, and you can see 2 6 pins. I'd be okay if I did manage to get into Tempai, dishing out that 7 pin and risking it to get to Tempai.
If you're
3 6. Can
Tenpai,
I see 3? 1 2. Oh yeah, sorry. 3 in the
yeah, we
core.
can see
Thank you.
3 of the
Thank you.
6
Thank you.
pins.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, with 3
So
6 pins,
yeah,
that's not bad at
6 pins, 4
It's at least
pins,
not a
2
double
9
row.
pins. How many 5 pins can I see again? 2 of those. No, do you know what?
2
I'd
5
be
pins.
okay with
3
that
5
7
pins. You
pin.
can see 3 5 pins because you have 2 on the table and 1 in your hand.
Oh yeah,
So that means the
yeah,
4-7 weight is a double 1 chance.
yeah.
Yeah, you could probably. The 7 pin wouldn't be crazy if you were pushing into
I,
2 reaches like that.
I think at any point, if you're in the late stage of the game, so the final row of discards, you should be very careful about throwing things that are adjacent to Dora
And Suji on
and
Dora.
Suji on the Dora. For whatever reason, it doesn't matter if someone's reached, doesn't matter. You've got like have a double think about it. Is there another way I can take this? That would be my hard advice.
Yeah. It gets challenging when. Like it's easy when there's one reach, but again, if you're gonna laser focus on one reach, it's fairly easy to know what's safe. But then when there's 2 reaches, also it's like keeping track of exactly what's safe across both reaches can be a little tricky.
Mm.
But yeah, this 8 pin was thrown by everyone. You probably should have just chucked it. That's a shame. Well, you
Yeah,
as in
but
whoever is
I
sitting
said
here.
it's been missed. It's been missed.
It
No, you
happens.
know, especially with the Tenhou clock like beeping.
Yeah,
You probably run to get a cup of tea and then like used up
Yeah,
half of it.
it's a little tricky. It's tough to get in
Yeah,
that
five
zone where
seconds
it's like
exactly.
you
Yeah.
know exactly what's going on with it, and it's easy to miss called tiles like that. I miss it half the time. All right,
And this
but
is why I think, playing in reality is a little bit easier because do you know what, people are a bit more forgiving. If a Ricci comes down, suddenly your social time bank becomes
yeah.
much longer.
Well, you just
Like
have that
if you're
ability to
taking,
do the thing you always do once a game. Oh, give me a second. Like, sorry, give me a second. I need to think about this. And everyone's like, okay, cool. As long as you're not doing that every time.
well, but everyone feels the same, right? Everyone feels the
Mm.
same tension on the table, whereas the computer algorithm does not feel the tension, does not recognize that. Oh, actually, this is it just gives you that time bank, and you waste it all at the beginning when you probably shouldn't. So yeah, that's again, if you're playing socially, if you're coming back to Mahjong after COVID, your first, set of discards, you should be going quickly. That should be more muscle memory. However, if you need to slow down because a reach has happened or someone's done something interesting, everyone accepts that. And if they don't, they're the twat.
They're the jerk, yeah, for sure. So what do we got here? I like our hand just because...
I don't.
Half flush toy east.
But you've got a Dora.
Yep. You're going to have to deal with that, but I feel like that's almost good because it means you're either going to get 3 Dora, you're going to get 2 Dora, you're going to get 3 Dora, you're going to get no Dora. Or you're going to get a half flush.
You see, now I'm thinking hard Chanta.
You're thinking hard Chanta with this?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't want to throw a Dora. I want to throw a Dora. Yeah, I don't know. Actually, when I'm a table two, I want to bask in that tension. I don't know. I don't know. Throwing a Dora for a flush? Oh, don't like that. Don't like that.
I might do it. It depends on what you get. Like if I get a 7-pin, it's in my hand forever. That's it. The dream is gone. But,
right, but that's the problem. You're gonna have to throw it soon. And then what? You're gonna throw it first, and then you're gonna throw no bamboos, and then you're suddenly gonna throw one bamboo. Oh, he's tenpai. Everyone's gonna see what you're doing.
Never know. We'll see what I'm doing. It depends on the table. They'll see what I'm doing. But if someone's foolish enough to be like, oh, I know it's a flush, but I'm sure I can get this tile passed.
Dave, you cannot rely on other people's silliness.
I've always relied on the kindness of strangers. What have we got? A cross. Actually, a cross is a really strong starting hand.
And their dealer. That's
very
nice.
Close to Tenpai, their dealer. They don't have a place for the Dora, but they're very close to ready.
Yeah, they've got some messy shapes though. The shapes they've got, they're locked in, but they don't.
3, 7, 8 are good. The 3 2s and the 9s are good. The 3 6 man needs a little work. But I feel like they've got a lot going on. 1 2 2 6 and player right. 1 2 2 1 2 4. Not
Fold
so
it.
much.
It's a hot mess. Fold it.
Player left. Player left's got that Chanta look. They got 1 2. They got 1 3. They got 3.
You see, you're saying that's a Chanta. This is why I'm confused. That's not a Chanta.
Then why is this a Chanta?
Because the one you've got in front of you, the shapes are horrible. So there's no. It's okay to call that. But on the left, you've got nice shapes in the middle.
You have Chanta shame. You're like, well, it's Chanta because it's otherwise abysmal. And I'm like, no, Chanta's loud and freaking proud. Like, we got these 1 2s and we got these 7 9s here.
No.
We're gonna stand tall.
I hard disagree. Like you got a 3 4 and you got 2 3 4 shapes there. Like, why would you be cooping in Chanta? No.
I don't know. Let's see where this goes.
If I get more shrill, the more agitated I become. Well, this person obviously thinks that this is a hard Chanta as well.
Yeah, well, okay. They're playing aggressively into Chanta, and they've gotten somewhere with it. We got the East, we got the Dragons, That's
the way to do it. I think they should have called the East quicker, though. We would have called the East the first discard on that one.
Yeah, they're down 1 East and 1 Dragon, which means they might get stuck.
Yeah, I would have called the East there.
Just gone Honitsu and Hedged.
See, Korak thinks Honitsu interesting. I would have
thinking Honitsu as well. You had so many tiles that you could just grab.
I just can't throw the 9 like that. I can't throw the Dora like that. No, see, I would have called that East.
Yeah, I probably would have called the East too, because I feel like you also got to move. You're in last. You need to do something. You got to move. I would have probably grabbed the East. I don't know if they could have grabbed that Hots though. Did they have this? They didn't have. They
didn't have that. No, it was the East they had. Yeah.
They didn't miss anything, but the East I probably would have grabbed. Yeah, I don't know. We're end up being in a rough spot. It's true that you don't want to like go too nuts, but I feel like the hand has enough other like edge tiles and things that can be kind of safe that you could have gotten away with it. Our dealer. Our dealer's in this weird spot. They've traded the 9s for the 5-sos, but they haven't and they've got the 7 8 9 down. But they still like if they get the 2-man, they've got a nice 2-sided weight. But otherwise, they still have kind of no value. Yeah,
Correct, right. Yeah, but your Dora is on the end.
Yeah,
I agree with you in general terms, but here the Dora is at the edge, so I would say that kind of
hold on to one of those 4-sos, just because that red 5 make me real sad if I had to throw it.
Nah. I'm
Our
committed to Chanter here.
North player, we got 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 7, 2, 4, 8, 4, 5, 6. They've got a little bit of awkwardness there, but pretty good shapes and 2 red 5s. So that they've got value built. This is red 5s. I hate red 5s. They're always just throw value in where it's not. Because if I didn't have red 5s in that hand, I'd be like, what am I doing here?
I don't dislike red 5. I think people misunderstand that I'm a red 5 hater because of WRC. But I like red 5s personally. The only thing I guess it makes the game different. It changes the game. It changes the way. It changes the way the values of the tiles are and stuff like that.
The value.
But I do like the way it interacts with Dora. And I love the Dora mechanism and anything adding to that game mechanism is amazing.
It's my hot take is worse. I don't know. I don't like it.
I disagree with Dave again.
It is what it is. It is in this game. And I've always said, like, if you're a good Mahjong player, you adapt to the environment you're in. So they're here, and I think they've brought enough value to this hand that it's worth pushing if you can get a two-sided way. Because reach Pinfu 2R2, that's great. That's Mahjong. There you go.
You want to talk about Dora Lottery? Then we talk about Uradora. If we want to take out Uradora is worse than red 5s. That's my take. I love Uradora again, but you don't know where they are. Everyone knows where you don't know where they are physically, but you know where they are on the scene.
You know what they are. You know they're there. Yeah. You know they could appear. That's true. You can plan for red 5s, and you can't really plan for Ura. So that's I think it's fair. But our player to our left.
If WRC was the way I wanted it, you wouldn't be having your Uradora. So feel happy that it's a committee decision.
Our player to the left really wants a 2-pin, and then they've locked in the 2, 3, 4 Sanshoku, which would be pretty sick. But otherwise, they have a little bit of a rough spot because they just don't have the tiles they need, and they don't want to get rid of that 9-pin if they can help it. So, like, they can get the 6-pin and be they're not 10, be Ishan 10, but it's not that awesome. If they get the 2-pin, they have to lose the red 5 at that point. Like, they're stuck. They're pinned by Dora.
I probably would have thrown the 1-man here. I don't really see why they kept the 8-man. Oh, sorry, I don't see why they threw the 8-man. I don't see why they kept the 1-man.
Maybe they're hoping to get the 1 or the 4 as a pair. I'd rather, drawing another Dora would be great. Yeah, then you've got your pair. You can cut the 7.
Right. I don't know why people are funny about pairs, but I would have thrown the 1-man because you could.
JPMA was the only. This is the A way, the only way, the best way.
Because JPMA doesn't exist anymore. I don't think. So.
Oh no. Yeah,
I just think we were talking about efficiency and stuff like that. You've already kind of locked in that shape. Like what you can do: draw a 2-man and be upset, or 3-man still be upset. Like. Throw the 1-man.
Yeah.
Hope that you're going to get a 7-man.
You could probably cut that down.
Yeah, or maybe your 8-man can be your pair. I don't know. Like I know. I think people overvalue those kind of extended shapes. It's a little squishy though with that 5, 7, 9 shape, and I can easily see looking at this hand and feeling stressed out that I don't have a good way to not cut one of them. If I'm going for Sanshoku, but again, that might be tunnel visioning on Sanshoku. Just throw the 1-man and see what happens.
Yeah, probably.
Mm-hmm.
And then our hand, we're still waiting. We're still waiting to see if we can call something out. So let's do our next 6 here.
But is this east only or east south?
Yeah, it's east south.
Okay.
Uh-oh. All right. So our dealer has gotten Tenpai on the 4-man. Oh, sorry, not a dealer. A playwright who was dealer. I said North. North is Tenpai on the 4-man. But does not reach it. It's a 4-7-man. I'm sorry, Tenpai on the 4-7-man. They don't reach it, so it is a Dama Pinfu Dora. I wonder why they're Dama-ing this.
But they want to get it over to Tanya. Oh no, they can't because if they get the 4, then they're just going to win.
Yeah, like they can't really walk it over to upgrade. So maybe they're just hoping to squeak some points out of somebody without being too obvious about it.
Yeah.
Because 4 and 7 are pretty middle tiles. Like, you don't necessarily want to throw. Maybe they're wondering if they can get the red 5 pin. Because they could upgrade with that. Thinks 4-man is bad and just wants. Maybe they're just thinking, 4-man. The 4-7 weight is just a little too obvious, so they'd rather have the higher chance of actually winning. It's possible.
Right, but here, if you want. Right, do you really want to throw the 7-man into this?
Maybe they're thinking about walking it over to Sanshoku, 4, 5, 6 Sanshoku.
Dude, I don't know.
Maybe they just feel like the combination of all those things of like I'd rather
I
have
mean,
the better
they're a
weight.
four dan, so they know how they
Yeah,
know how to play.
they might be thinking, yeah, I don't think I'm gonna win if I reach, so I'll take the better chance of the better chance of someone throwing it, and I can grab the red 5 if it comes to me, and if things go extraordinarily crazily, I can walk myself over to
Yeah,
Sanshoku.
but wait a minute, there wasn't a reach though. But now there's a reach.
Now
I'll
there's a
be
reach.
interested to know if they reach on this
Yeah, I'm
discard.
curious what they do now. So this
Do they
reach
chase now?
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
5, 6, 7, 8. So this is a 1, 3, 4 pin weight, which is pretty cool. It doesn't have any particular value other than that, but they're the dealer, so like, yeah, I want to hold my deal. Cool.
Yeah, and you need to be able to win. So
Yeah,
you
so
have
they're
to
just
reach.
pushing to win. Our player to the left, ugh, they got two. They finally got rid of their one man, so now they have 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and one Dora, and then this 2, 4, 7. This is a rough spot, and they probably should fold. And if
How?
they're gonna fold, I'd probably fold.
With the three man, you have to throw. If you're folding, you're gonna start with the three man, and then hope that someone else is gonna make a way for you. It's a nasty
Probably.
fold. It's a nasty fold.
I'm wondering if the 3 then 1 discard from the reach player makes the 2-man okay, but that's actually wrong. I'm only thinking that because I know player writes Tenpai. I
You
don't
can
know this as this player. I
you
wouldn't
can
be
see
focused
three
on
one
anything.
man. You can see three two man. You can see three four man.
The
If
3-man is
I
probably the safer play though because it's a
the
dealer
three
reach.
man,
I'd rather hard avoid
well,
the dealer
yeah,
reach.
yeah, but it's just that's what if you do the three man first, and then the next tile, if nothing else comes to you, is the two man.
It's just probably 2-man, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah, exactly. It's
Four
not
is better.
safe,
It's
but
not, yeah.
you throw your safe
It's
tile
not safe.
first, and then you throw your
Yeah,
slightly
dodge the
less
epochs for
dangerous
sure.
tile.
And what do we do? What do we do? We have 1/179. Oh god, we're so close. We're so close. But that 8-man looks a little poisonous right now.
You could throw the green dragons
We can just
and
chuck the green dragons and see if we can get it. It's
green
sad.
dragons, Chanta,
I
Sanshoku.
guess we could try. We could try. So let's see what happens. Oh, we went back around after this reach. So after this
Oh
reach,
no,
I'm
you
sorry.
can't because all the 4/9 mans are gone. So
After the reach, hard safe 9-man got thrown, and we threw the hard safe 6-man, which is smart. Now we're back to the dealer. The dealer, interesting. Ooh, this is a gutsy play by the dealer to throw the 7. I think.
no, they're not the dealer. They're North at the
Oh,
moment.
I'm sorry. I keep thinking of them as dealers. Sorry.
Yeah.
North throws a 7, which moves back to the 3/6 so weight.
Yeah, so I was going to say that Mahjong backer that they might be going for that 3 so weight, but
Because
I
I
don't
see the
know.
3 so safe. The
I don't
7
know
is
if
a
I
rough
like
throw
that.
into this, though.
Exactly.
Well, we
It
got.
is a rough throw into
We
this.
can
I
see
think
3 6s.
right, and 1/8,
Only
and
1/8.
no 5s. Well, you
Yeah,
can see your 5.
it's a 1 chance for the 7, really. Unless they're going for some weird chanta, but all the 9s are dead.
It's not one chance. It's not one chance at all because you can't see any 5s. You can see your 1 5. Two. No, you can see two. You can see 2 5s. You can see 2 4s.
I can see
You
3
can
6s.
see.
That's why
Can you
for the
see
4
3
7 weight. Yeah,
6s?
I got 1 in my hand and 2 on the
2.
table.
Right, 3 6s. Right, but
Yeah. All the
that's
9s are dead, so the 7
it
8
could
9 weight is out. It's not insane.
no,
It's
it could be
gutsy.
7 8. You could you mean so
It could be 6 7 8, but it can't be 7 8 9 because the
yeah
9s are
okay
dead.
that's fine. But it could be a 4 5. No, it could be 5 5. I'm not talking about. It could be a 5 6.
Right, but for the 5 6,
Why would someone be holding the 6 for that long? That's why you have to question. Why would they hold the 6 for that long? It could easily be 5 6. It could be 5 6 6. Throw the 6.
It could. Yeah.
And that's why the 7's super dangerous. I don't know. I wouldn't. I know, but I'm looking at the only other way is just to fold out of it. Because what are you going to do? I mean, the 6 bamboo is definitely
The
not
6
safe.
move was far more dangerous.
Yeah, but then
The other interesting thing
why not fold?
about shifting it like this is this does now let you upgrade to Tanyo.
But why not fold?
Yeah.
It's a dealer. It's a dealer reach. I can't see any of those Dora.
Yeah, I think
Fold.
they're hoping someone folds in.
Yeah, you got away last time with that kind of, I'm not dissing their play. I thought that was some quite unusual play. They got away with it. They're not losing. I just fold.
All right, let's see where we go. Well, they get dealt into immediately by the reach, so it all entirely pays off. After making the risky shift, they get Pinfu Dora Dora out of it.
See, this is why I'm really bad at this game. Because every time I say something with real confidence, oh yeah, you should fold that. Mahjong's like, oh, you really think you should have folded that, Gem?
They did get lucky. It was a bold play into some good luck for Pinfu Dora Dora.
18 years. What was that song? About 18 years? That American rapper dude you love so much?
Oh, I
don't know. The misogynistic
that's
one.
The Gold Digger song.
Yes, the Gold Digger song. Someone
know.
needs to redo that for me for Mahjong.
Oh God.
18 years.
I can't. You're already in the. Anyway, it doesn't. So.
I'm sad.
Our player left has an exciting start. We're dealer. We got 2 east. We got 2 west. We got a Dora.
Just call. Just call like a crazy human.
And go nuts. Get points. This is an easy one. Our hand looks kind of ugly.
Call the east. Call the east.
Call the east immediately. I don't like our hand very much.
No, it sucks.
It's a bit of a jumble. Player to the right. Bit of a jumble. I don't see anything particularly valuable here.
Yeah, just jump. Hi, Reki.
Hi, Reki. And player across. 5, 6, 7. That's nice. 6, 6. We got like Tenhou Dora 2, maybe. Maybe. It doesn't look super fast, but it's there. That's my trademark head wiggle. Let's see. I'm going to speed up a little bit because...
Baka, I would try your Mai Tai. That sounds good. Can you make a Mai Tai that will take away Mahjong from my brain so I can never play this dumbass game again?
So let's see. Our dealer has already called the Wests, but now they're in this kind of odd spot where they're Ishan 10, but they need those Easts to get called.
Do you know what? Oh, wow, I'd be tempted here to think about a flash.
Yeah. Just because it might get you to victory. I'd be looking very aggressively at taking in man tiles at least to try it, because it's 1 for 2, so I'll take the 2, right?
I might
it's a bit of a
now.
Bit of a
now I might throw the Dora.
Yeah. Ooh.
But it's you're calling. You'd be throwing the Dora one hand, and you'd have 2 hand for the.
It's a net gain of 1 Han and maybe even the ability to win, because you don't know if that East is ever coming out.
Soul hurt. Yeah,
it would make my soul hurt. It would be real sad.
I mean, but then alternatively, you could throw the 7, call the East, and then draw another 6, and you're still in Happyville.
Yeah, that's true. That would already be manga.
I'm drinking a Diet Coke today. I already drank
Diet beer.
Diet beer.
Yeah.
That's right. Take it away.
That's true. Less of the traumatic Mahjong experiences. We got 3, 4, 4, 2, 2. This hand also has not gone anywhere.
You've got to have your exit now.
Yeah, make sure to plan an exit. This south is a good start.
I'd
be looking. It's I don't.
Oh
think
no, sure.
It's
no,
my
you're
win.
Yeah,
no one else is going to get any value out of it. So the south is at least a good start. I'd be looking at holding any dealer tiles that I get that I know are safe on the dealer. At least player right 7, 7, 7, 1, 2, 5, 6, 4, 5, 8. They really, again, like, it's been rough. Maybe Toy, maybe Chi-Toy. I don't see any exciting. It's slow. Across, they can call this out for like Tenhou Dora 2, and I think that's their option right now. They just cut the second 5, so I think they're in a spot where they could make it work. But it would have to be a pretty aggressive play. Let's see. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ooh. He'd cut that group from the Dora. Interesting.
Wow. Okay, so things have gotten very exciting. Our dealer can now be Tenpai on 9-man or East, which is just East because.
No, they're not.
Oh, I'm sorry. That's not a 9. That's a 2.
Yeah. Sorry.
So they're not Tenpai. Oh no, they're not Tenpai. They can still take in that East, and they've driven themselves aggressively to half Flushville, which is interesting. I'm surprised that they did not call this 6.
I am surprised.
Oh, they didn't know they would draw the 2, so
I'm surprised when the Red Dragon came out that they didn't throw the Red Dragon instead of throwing their Dora.
Throwing that Dora was strange. Like, this is another interesting case of, like, if you done it earlier, like, they managed to wait until this perfect moment.
So, right, okay, so the second red comes out. And then next one, they decide to throw out the door. Why not throw the
Because
red
they got the
here?
third one man.
Right,
The
but throw the
third
door
one man
here.
made them change
Well,
their mind.
it doesn't matter. Throw the red dragon here.
Yeah, yeah. Because then you would have been Tenpai. You would have been Tenpai on the 5-8,
Yeah,
which
I mean,
like
yeah, okay, you
isn't
can't.
awesome because you can't win.
No, but
But
you could call the east with the 7 bamboo.
yeah, I feel like there was this weird fear of like a bad Tenpai. Sometimes maybe I'm
Oh no,
projecting.
I think they blinkered onto flush, which meant they just kept the honors despite one of those honors being basically worthless.
Basically dead. Yeah, and they threw a Dora, which then our player across was able to take great advantage of.
Hmm.
And they now wind up not Tenpai yet though, because they are still trying to cope with the loss of that 5-7 or the hole they punched in that 5-7 set. So we now have this 2-man. And it's interesting, we still don't throw the red dragon. We throw the 9-man. The 9-man is otherwise dead, to be fair. But why would we throw the 9-man when we
The 9
could,
man will get you to Tempai a lot more ways.
and we also could end up with an Itsu. It's another bit of a walk to Itsu, I believe.
I feel like that's a long walk, but in the end, if you'd have thrown the red dragon, you could have got to Tempai with the 7, the 8, or the 9, or 2, 5,
Yeah.
3, 6. You could, yeah, it would just opened up basically the entirety of the man's suit. Instead, you've really restricted yourself to the red dragon, and there it is.
God.
It's dead now. It's dead now. It's dead entirely.
And there's the 8. So I've continued going forward. This is not a game where everyone down with a turn. No, so what's happened here is we are sitting here with the East that is currently the key to the dealer's hand, and quite intelligently.
6-man chi, exactly correct. 6-man chi. The 6-man chi would have been good as well there.
Yeah, 6-man chi would have been perfect because it would have gotten you to Tenpai on 1, 4, or East, which is pretty good actually. Although there's only 1 left, but like only 1 left.
Oh, we are being super critical. Let's say nice things about these people as well.
No, well, I think it's important to point it out. This isn't like a personal problem. But it's important to mention these things because if you don't mention them, these are the little efficiency things that like can be missed in the moment, but can really muck up your game. I mean, maybe I'm speaking from personal experience. Is that like focusing on making sure to do these little interactions right has, in my opinion, helped me a lot in terms of my long-term play and not leaving a game feeling like I left hundreds of opportunities on the table. And like what just wasn't able to quite convert. I feel like everyone hits that point where they're like, well, I kept playing Mahjong, but I couldn't just quite get my hand to get, like my hand kept building, but I never got it over the hump. And I feel like a lot of these micro interactions are how you get over the hump more often. And yeah, this is rough. Our player across has just drawn the 4th Dora, right? Like, why not? So now they have Tenhou Dora 5. They have a Hanemon called Tenhou waiting on the 4-7. God bless. I don't know if they're gonna make it. There's not many tiles left for them, but they are sitting pretty. I mean, what we have.
And that's the way to call a hand. That's the way to do it.
3 7s are accounted for right now, and they don't look like they're gonna come flying out. One's on the table, and 2 are in hands in ways that don't look like they're gonna come flying out. So, I don't know, man. I don't know if they're gonna win or not.
It's unlikely, but still.
Yeah, this might be a case where everyone just has their eyes on... Yeah, the only thing I can think of is that our current dealer is looking at this called set of Dora and panicking. And they've decided that what they need to do is just deal tiles. They're folding in a weird sort of way. Although that 7-so is not a fold tile. But the north is too dangerous for them. I see why they're not throwing the north. Because they're terrified that our north player here has the north. And only one has come out.
Okay, then for the 3-man, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I think they have other good options to fold. But they seem very nervous right now.
I think they, as his correct says, call the 6-man.
If you
think they missed a trick there.
So we're pretty much at the end of everything. Yeah, and then they follow with the north, and it goes to Tenpai no 10. And across gets only 3,000 out of their 12,000 potential points because everyone else just
still good work, P-Sam. I like it.
It was good. Yeah, it was good calling. Oh, now we got the Easts. And we're East. In East 4. These Easts got to get called. We got the East. We got a Dora. That's enough for me to say, just go. This hand just has to be made as quickly as possible. We have the incredibly fortuitous situation where the Hakus are bouncing back and forth between the players left and right of us. So we won't know this, but they're super dead.
You call the East.
Call the do I call the East? Oh, I hope so,
No.
because these East need to get called. It's got to happen. This is your time to shine. Player to the right doesn't really have that much going on. Player across 2, 4, 5, 7, not that much going on. 3, 4, 6, 7. With lucky draws, this goes somewhere. Player to our left, 2, 3, 4, 5 is nice. 1, not so nice. 5, 7, 8, hawk. I don't. No one seems like they've got the juice to be sprinting off the blocks here, except us as dealer. So let's see where it goes. 3. There.
You did it.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we've called our Easts, and we got this really cool position where if I were I'd probably be cutting out this 7, 8 pin. I already cut the 9 pin, so the 7, 8 should just go. Creeps me closer to a flush. Lets me take in the door for the 1, 2, 3.
Don't forget Toy Toy.
Don't forget Toy Toy. Toy Toy is possible. But I like it. I like what we're doing here. This is what we got to do. It looks like the players to our left and right are both stuck on that Haku. Yeah. They're both kind of dreaming of that Haku. And 6, 6, 8, 9, 7, 2. 6, 7 is the best shape over here. Nothing really. And over here we got 2, 3, 4, 4, 5. That's not bad. We got 7, 8, 9. Actually, we're Ishan 10 over here. If we allow the Haku to be our pair. So we've actually, with very few draws, we've made something of this. This 2 pin is a little bit of a sad. Oh, we already threw the 1 though, so yeah, it's got to be 3, 4, 5.
And also, yeah, you want to keep the red 5.
Keep the red, otherwise, what's the point of all of this?
Yeah.
So we've got some good shapes. So we got some good things going on over there, and let's see where we go here. We do cut the 7, 8. Excellent. I might have cut the west.
There's 2 wests out already.
Oh, nice. So what happens?
Love it.
Yeah. We just straight up aggress. We call the 6-man, kills our flush dreams, but that's fine.
It's Dealer Mangan.
Yeah. It ends up. Yep. It ends up being Dealer Mangan, which is perfect. We got our Dora win. We got our red. We got our double East. We nailed it. Our player to the right actually drove their way to near Flushville. It looks like. Not quite Flushville, but near Flushville. Good push. Like, they tried to make something happen really desperately. I'm not sure if they had to try that hard in the face of the called East from the dealer in an East-South game. But they pushed it, and they got somewhere.
Well, I mean, this is where red 5s really changed the game. Because, if you take out the red 5, it's not Mangan. And I think sometimes people kind of don't appreciate that there's a lot of hidden value often in the hand. So, yeah, I mean, you could look at it and think, oh, it's just East. He's just called East. He's just going fast. So I don't have to worry too much. I'm going to make myself a Mangan over here without kind of clocking on to the fact that actually... Yeah.
Our player left got Tenpai on the 4-man or the Haku, but they were just Dama. I think, again, they were kind of hoping that Haku came out at some point, which is unfortunate because everyone was stuck on it. Across 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, like that's pretty good building. Too slow to get anywhere, but they built themselves something that was I think competitive. And here we get 30 and 4, 3,900, brings us up to 28-3, which is still barely second place, but super competitive, and we get a second chance at the deal, which is awesome. This hand, I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Oh, I quite like it.
I like the 4, 5, 5, 6 shape. I always love those shapes. I like the 4, 5. We got a 4, so we got Sanshoku Opportunity. We got Dora Acceptance. We can take in a 6, no problem. All right. What's everyone else got? Here on the right, we got 3 2s. We got a red 5. We got a 7, 8. We got a pair of wests. I rate that as eh. Across, we got a 5, 6. We got pair, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Yeah, they do look pretty. Across is Across is doing weird. They do have Dora Acceptance, which is nice, but the 7, 7, 9, 9 is awkward. You got to figure out what's going on with that. 5, 6 is fine. This is conditional. See what happens. Left, we got pair of 4s, 3 6s, pair of 4s, 1 3. I don't like this either. It's heavy. It's slow. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's see what we get. I'm trying to go a little quick because we only have about 20 minutes before
Yeah, I
everyone
wonder
has
if
to
we
go.
should do the end of the East round and then skip to
Yeah,
all
then
us.
skip to South round. Or all us, yeah.
Sorry, guys. It's
Two.
my fault. It's my fault.
It's all Gemma's fault for having a life.
Sorry.
Yeah.
It's not a good life, but it is one I'm going to look after.
How interesting. So, oof. 1, 2, 3, 4 pairs. Ugh. I'm a little sad at this 2 throw out of this. I feel like I probably would have wanted to keep this 2, 3, 4.
I'm not really sure why the 4-man went out either, got to be honest.
Where'd the 4 come from? Okay, so here, let's see. We had a 4-man all alone, and we chucked it to hold on to this 8-9 set. Yeah, I don't know.
I'll probably get rid of a dragon at that point.
Yeah, I probably would have started off getting rid of a dragon just because I didn't need it. Pairing up the 9s, pairing up the 8s. Then I feel like at this point I would have just broken down this 8-9-9. Like, I don't want this anymore. I have 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6, 8. Like, I can call for a full flush.
You can throw from the... Well, no, you can't do that, Dave. Don't do that. You can throw from the 8 at least to keep that whole Chitoy vibe going.
Yeah, that's true. You could throw the 8 and keep the Chitoy vibe going. I don't think I would have cut it over here just because I don't think that gets me anything.
Brain switches off for a few minutes. And yeah, and then you draw the 3-man, of course, and that's super sad because that would have been a 3, 4, 5 Tanya.
Where's everyone else gotten?
Potential, but, or or it's you'd either be a Cord Sanshoku or a Dora Tanya.
Yeah. Player right, 2, 2, 2, 7, 8, 9, 5, 7, 8, 6, 7, West. So they're Ishan 10, hoping for the 6-pin, I bet. That's a decent spot here. They've got Dora 2, not bad. Player across has not made much of anything happen. Doesn't look like they've got their 2 Chuns, but that's pretty much it. Which is sad. Player left, they're Ishan 10 as well. They got 1, 2, 3. They got 6, 7, 4, 4, 4, 4. They might be looking to upgrade these weights, but they're Ishan 10. So everything's happened. So let's press onwards. Up. Oh no! So player right draws the 9-pin, but then decides they're just gonna reach on the 5, 8. So wait for. It's just reach.
I mean, the scores are really close now, so it's you can get down into the sort of dirty
2 and
Mahjong.
40 for 2,600, which would bring them up to 26.5. It won't move their placement, but even going from 23 to 26.5 brings them so much closer to first place that it's probably worth it.
And they've got
a
dealership.
Gets them their deal. They might get a flip. If they do get a flip, it becomes 3 and 40 for 52, which does bring them up to first place. So I think
it's quick, and as I said before, I asked questions at the table. I like this reach. It doesn't feel nice, but I like it. It's good.
Yeah, I mean it's got a decent weight, which is fine. It's not a huge amount of value, but it's enough to do what you need to do right now, which is probably good. Our player across immediately plays safe. Woof. Player left does not play safe. Player left just hucks it on out there. Although, because it's a red 5, this is an interesting thought.
Yes,
right?
I think your thought is right. Yes.
They're not gonna
have had 4, 5, 5 and gone like, the red one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if I'm cutting a red 5, it must be because it's isolated. Like I would have if I.
It's the same with a Dora reach, right? If someone throws a Dora and reaches on that, then you can't really read much into that reach.
But if 5 was just a normal Dora, it could be 4, 5, 5. I could have decided to cut the Dora to get the wider weight.
I think that would be a very unusual behavior.
I'm an unusual man.
I think it's you're quite right. Red 5 coming out, it suggests they don't have anything around there.
Yeah, like it definitely didn't come from a 5-5 shape because you would always keep the red 5. That I think is a statement that I would say. If you cut a 5, if you reach on a 5 like this, you did not disassemble a 5-5 by throwing the red one.
Your risk here would be that they had 7, 8, and they were hoping for a 9 to finish a Sanshoku.
Yeah, and now they got Pinfu, or now they got something worth the equivalent of the 5. So it's still not in the clear.
It's back to what would be less dangerous. It's a little less dangerous than other tiles, perhaps.
Nicely, they've kind of opened the door for you to throw 6 pins, though. So I'd be very happy with that. I'd be like, thank you very much, friend. Because now I can throw all the 6 pins I want.
So I'm just thinking, if you wanted to stay tempo with their hand, you'd have to throw the 6-pin or the 1-man. And the 1-man's super dangerous. The 6-pin's slightly less dangerous. So it's back to the what is slightly less dangerous rather than the what is safe
Well, they're
question.
only Ishan 10 though. They're not Tenpai.
No, but yeah, but
And I want to hold it.
if you wanted to keep that position, you'd have to throw the 1-man, right?
Now
1-man
here,
is super dangerous.
this 7-man draw presents an interesting puzzle to me.
Mm-hmm.
Do I throw the 6-pin that I know is safe, which is probably the right answer?
Yes,
the
you do
9-man
that.
is dangerous.
Yes.
Or do I throw the 9-man now and hope that I can get that 4-pin to get delicious
Throw
Ipeco?
the 6-pin, at least the
the
Ipats around.
3-pin and keep the Ipeco dream and use Suji off the 6-pin to hope? Because the 2-pin is very dead, and the 2-pin was thrown a long time ago. Maybe the 3-pin lets me keep that that dream of Ipeco
I'll
alive.
accept the 3-pin. Okay, I'll accept the 3-pin.
Yeah,
throw the 3-pin.
Call it.
Throw the 3-pin. And then you can throw the 5 and the 6-pin as well.
But we get away with it.
Yeah, you see that's one of those, like, sorry, Pez, there's one of those kind of micro mistakes where you got away with it, but at another time it could have backfired on you.
Yeah.
Like, you can throw the 9-man, but throw it after the Epats round. Because the Epats doubles whatever they've got. I mean, they've got junk, to be fair, but their junk becomes a little bit more, they've got Richidora, so it's 2. But if you make it 3, then you've doubled what they would have got.
Yeah. The 6-pin is probably the absolute safest. The 3-pin keeps the dream of extra value alive.
The 3-pin's pretty nice, yeah. The only thing is, if you throw the 3-pin, people would know that you're live. Don't know. So obviously, you've got to have a conversation with yourself about your style.
So now we draw a live Forso and throw the 5-pin. I'm a little surprised to do that instead of the 6-pin. Because I feel like throwing the 6-pin here, or the 3-pin, still keeps us Ishan 10. While throwing the 5, I guess we're technically Ishan 10.
You can still, if you get the 6-pin or the 8-pin.
Yeah.
Or the 7-pin, or the 4-bamboo, or the 3-bamboo.
Yeah, we're still live. It's not the way I would wiggle. And now we throw the 8-pin. Why are we so allergic to throwing the 6-pin? The 8-pin is not hard safe. It's safe.
Maybe, and this sometimes people kind of can't, when it's been thrown near the reach, people sometimes can't quite remember whether it was before or after the reach.
You look back at the discards like, oh shoot, was that before or after?
Yeah, and it should feel obvious, but it doesn't always feel obvious. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I've done that where it's like, oh, I can't because something happened a little awkwardly. I can't remember exactly, was that tile exactly the same before or after, and it gets a little tricky.
And people do often just kind of stare at the discard pool for the person who's reached.
Yeah. So this ends in a sumo as everyone kind of bails. It becomes reach sumo door, reach sumo door. So that's 3 and 30, 5,600. Brings them up to first place. And now, so do we want to jump just so you have time?
Oras, yeah. Sorry,
we're going to
kids.
cut out a bunch of this game. It looks like it's only some small hands that go back and forth.
Well, I mean, but then that's the state of play, right? Everyone's quite close, so you're going to start getting that kind of
really knifey.
in the trenches mahjong, yeah.
And so now we are winning right now.
It's not a spectacular lead.
we are barely ahead in all last, but we have these delicious chuns, and we have Dora too. So we got a big opportunity here to just call the bejesus out of this hand.
I mean,
my call here. Just call it.
I don't know. I mean, it depends whether this is like if you win, you end the game, right? In Oras.
I think this is general Tenhou. So yes, it's if you win, you
right. Okay. But then, so you don't actually need these Dora points. But the good thing about having them is you know where they are. You can see them. So someone else doesn't have them.
Throw 30k minimal. So if everyone's above.
Okay, so you do need those doors, and ignore everything I just said. You need to get 30k, so you do need those doors.
Yeah, you could for sure use them. Sorry, I got pinged. So yeah, I'm gonna say just go. This hand says go, and everyone else's hand right now does not say go to me. Everyone else's hand says because we got 1, 2, 4, we got 6, 7. This isn't terrible. This could get moving. And again, like even a 1,000 point win here. Actually, no. this player to our right needs more than exactly. Oh, there's 2 Homba up. So a 1 Han win gets it for them.
Right, yeah, but you've got to get to 30k. Remember, otherwise we're into West.
No, if they're it goes to West if you're under 30k.
Yeah.
Oh, boo.
Someone has to be over 30k for the game to end.
Ugh. Okay. So that's rough.
Yeah, so
Um,
I think our friend Atashi is is actually in a really good spot here.
I bet they win because otherwise the game wouldn't.
Well, I mean, yeah, we're a bit of
We
spoiler
do know,
here,
yeah.
but
But across we got 2, 3, 8, 9. We don't really. We have again. It's not the worst thing in the universe. We don't have much value. We have one door jammed in there, which is a 9, which kind of sucks. Left 1, 3, 5, 6. We don't have a lot here either, which is kind of rough. Um. So let's see what happens with our first 6 discards. We grab our Chun.
nice,
Grab our Chi.
nice.
Okay, so here we've done what we need to do.
Yeah,
We're
the
Ishan 10. We can
textbook.
grab an extra door if we hate our opponents so much. We can just Chi anything if we love ourselves. We're so close to Chanta. Style points for walking this 3-4 over to a 1-2-3 to get the Chanta. But I don't think we need to worry about that. We've kind of made it happen.
Stop. You get the 2,
You get style
and,
points. You get the 2, and then you get the 1. You
and
just
then you get
walk
the
it.
1.
Just
Okay.
walk it. Just walk it. Over to our right, we have 4, 5, 6, 3, 4, 5. They're trying. They're trying to make it happen. It's rough, but it's moving. Across 4, 5, 6, 6, 7, 8, 3, 5. Across could end up with like Tanyao Dora 1, maybe Pinfu Dora 2 if they get real lucky.
Mm.
It could be Pinfu Dora 3 even if they get another 9 as a pair. So like maybe they're kind of building for their dreams, which is what they have to do right now. They'd love to be done in one play, and they know that the other 2 players are going to go for a knifey 1,000 point hand anyway. So like they're probably, if I was them, I'd be thinking I should try building value here because if I don't, like someone else might win a quick knifey hand and the game will continue anyway.
Mm.
And if the dealer wins or sumos is bad for me anyway, I lose anyway, so I might as well just take the swing. Or just try to build for the swing. Left has 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 4, 7. So they're Ishan 10 on like a weird Tanyao Dora 1 thing, which also like isn't really enough to end the game. Yeah, last place avoidance is definitely a thing. You don't want to be in last place if you can. So let's see where we keep going for this. Oh, look at that. 2, 3, 4. We were Tenpai on the 9 and we have a chance. We have a chance at making... No, we don't have a chance because player right immediately throws a 9, which we need. They didn't really have a choice here. But this becomes Chundor. Dora, 5,800 points, gets us over 30k. And now...
They're in last.
They get bumped down to last, which sucks for them. But it's great for us. And yeah, we get plus 43. Season
Well
6,
done,
minus
Pez.
18, minus
Well
31.
done.
Very nice finish to that.
I mean, we didn't actually spend that much time looking at your hands because, to be honest, you were playing in an unremarkable fashion for most of it. These are the other folks that were making some curious.
Yeah, the other folks are making some very curious plays. I feel like most of the time, yeah, in your hands, like there were some good holds. I'm boring.
I'm boring.
I think that last hand though, I think a lot of times, especially when we talk about strategy involving not calling and massaging your hand, people think that like, oh well, a called hand is like kind of bad. I don't know, maybe I'm projecting a little bit. Like a called hand's kind of bad, but I don't think that's true at all. But I think the important thing with a called hand is 2 parts. One part is calling like effective things and not just crazy things, and the other part is just recognizing when it's time to do it. And I think that last hand, just you nailed it. This is where I am. This is what I got to get done. This is the raw material I have. We're going.
I think it's a phase for everyone, right? As you move from beginner to intermediate, like, and you realize that calling really limits you, that you start to just not call. You kind of feel that calling is a disgrace for people. I don't know. And so it's difficult to kind of come out the other end of that, maybe.
You look down, you start looking at all those novice players where all they do is chi,
yeah.
and they always have a big stack of tile to their right. And you're like, I don't want to be like them.
Yeah, you don't want to look like them, right? So then you stop to kind of like it's kind of a it's an identity decision rather than a smart decision.
But no, this hand, yeah, you did exactly. It was exactly what needed to happen. You're in East. You're sitting in the center. You got the points lined up. Just make it happen. And I think that's like being able to make that decision and commit to it is great.
Well, Pez, thank you for
Yeah, thank you
sharing.
so much for sharing, for being willing to share your game with us and accept our loving barbs.
And when is Twickenham? I think Pez is going to a real life Mahjong event.
A real what? Wait,
And I
what's that?
think it's next weekend, but I can't remember.
A real life Mahjong event?
Yeah, next weekend. And Pez is braving the train strikes even.
Oh
So
my god.
I know.
I also have a real life Mahjong event tomorrow.
Ooh.
Yeah, our Sunday meetup is tomorrow.
And
So
how
we're
is the
gonna be
space going? How are you
we're
feeling in it?
still loading it up with stuff. We're actually gonna be bringing over a truck of stuff
And they got a
tomorrow
plan.
morning
Yeah.
to bring more. We're bringing up stuff for this Mahjong museum. We're setting up of all kinds of like memorabilia and things, and we're gonna decorate a little more, and it's gonna be really cool. Um, so I'm
Oh,
a little
Reki, I'm
excited for
glad
that.
Cologne is full. Cologne was a great event when I went. So.
Oh, I always wear cologne.
Oh, Jesus
That's where it
Christ.
comes from.
Corn. Corn. I probably cannot say it properly in German either. It's probably why poor British people had to make it into Cologne.
We're psyched for it. We're doing another
Yeah.
class this month. We're doing a Mahjong fundamentals class on
And how do
29th.
people buy tickets to the Mahjong Fundamentals? So Mahjong Fundamentals is for complete beginners,
Yeah,
right?
Mahjong fundamentals is I've heard about Mahjong, but I don't know anything about it. I want to learn, and what we teach in that class is the very basics of like these are the tiles, this is a hand, this is how you call them, things that are applicable to Reach Mahjong, but also Hong Kong and American Mahjong. If you don't know anything about it, you're like,
So
oh, I've
so
heard
so
of this.
who's your ideal student here?
All right, I think there's a bunch of different angles through which people get excited about or interested in the game. It's people who, again, you have people with an American Mahjong history. I know my grandmother played this. I know my mother played this. I want to have any idea what it's all
Mm.
about. You have people whose families played Hong Kong Mahjong. You have people who've played Yakuza or been exposed a little bit to Japanese Mahjong. And really, this is. I mean, I feel like there's multiple types of people. Some
Mm.
people are so motivated when they learn about the game that they'll just dig up the rules and learn it themselves. And that is not the target audience for this class. I love people like that. I love all of you who've done this. In fact, most of us in this community have done this. But this class is really for people who like bumped into it and thought, well, that's curious and neat, but I don't really know anything about it, and I'm not really sure where to begin. And so it's more of like a bit of a gentle, a gentle like intro to what is this game even about. And the idea is you come out of this ready to learn more detail about Reach, or more detail about American Mahjong, more detail about Hong Kong. Or if your family's playing and you sit down with them, your friends are playing, you sit down with them, you at least have some clue. What am I looking at? What am I doing? What, draw and discard, okay, I get that. Calling tiles, okay, I get that. And then you can learn a little bit. They can tell you the specific rules they're playing with, and you won't feel lost or confused or dumb.
So if I want to recommend, because obviously other people here know how to play Mahjong. If
Yeah, I
I
was
wanted
gonna
to
say most
recommend this
people
to my
watching this probably
friend,
know.
how would I buy such a ticket?
So we have tickets up on Eventbrite. Actually, if you're in the USPML Discord, the what's it called? The schedule page has a link. And you can see. Oh, actually, no. The schedule page does not currently have a link. I'm sorry, it doesn't have a link to the class.
Dave's going to fix that immediately.
Yeah, I have to fix everything about the class. So if you know people who are interested, in the general channel, I have a link to our newsletter.
Dave is really going to have to, step up his influencer game.
Yeah,
like, where's your link tree? Where's your link in the comments?
Linktree's like for OnlyFans people. I don't got one of those.
No, everyone has Linktree now. At least British people do, because you can have it to your storefront and and to your other social pages and your blog.
Yeah, there's posting that we have to do. I just finished scheduling some of this stuff for the past day or two, so this is the hot off the presses announcement. We sent out our newsletter, and so we posted the newsletter in the general channel. If you take a look there, there's information about it.
I haven't seen your newsletter.
I think you haven't subscribed.
Am I not?
I might have actually marked you as not a marketing contact because I didn't want to accidentally spam you.
Have I not liked and subscribed?
I think you have. I think I marked you as not a marketing contact.
When I like and subscribe, you were like, yeah, I'm not going to send them my shit.
Link on my Zenk. Yeah, there's a link on my Zenk. So you'll see this coming on our socials, but yeah, if you go to the March newsletter link, you can see the info on the class. Yeah, if you know people in New York area who'd be interested in taking such a class, please do recommend it. And we're going to be advertising it over the next week, pretty aggressively, pretty much everywhere, so you'll be able to see it. I'll even put up a slide about it at the next stream.
Dave is a really good teacher. He's much better than me.
People, it was weird. I did get actually positive feedback. I thought it was very kind of people to say that they enjoyed what we did. So I'm happy about it. And then we took all the notes. So we ran a beta version of this class a couple weeks ago to just work out the kinks and figure out what was good and bad. So we've taken all the notes from that class to put it into our first real class. So our first real public
I've got to
Super
go, but we
session.
need to have the cat update before I can go. It's the
Oh
rules
God,
now.
I don't have any media prepared for of this cat.
What, Dave?
I haven't
You
been
can't
juicing this
promise
cat for
people
media.
cat. You can't promise people cat on the stream title and have no cat.
Oh, that's true. All right, hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold
I
on. Let
know.
me
I'm really
hold
sorry,
on.
people. I try to get
Hold on.
good
Hold on.
good
Hold on.
partners
Hold
to
on.
work
Hold
with,
on.
and this
Hold
is
on.
what I
Hold on.
get. Someone who promises cat, no bloody cat.
How terrible is your schedule right now in terms of like do you have time? Do you have any time for
I've
anything?
got a couple more minutes. Come on, cat,
All
cat,
right, let
cat.
me I don't know how to share this appropriately with anyone is the problem. Can I just put it on
I've shared
well,
appropriately.
I
I
guess
think
it just there's
it's
not any
like a
appropriate way to
saucy
put it.
cat picture.
Yeah, yeah, it's my saucy cat pic.
He's gonna have OnlyFans just for his cat.
Okay, hold on.
There's definitely OnlyFans for cats
I'm sure
already.
there
It's,
are.
yeah, that wouldn't even
All right,
be
I'm
novel for the
uploading
internet.
a video
Just licking his butt. It's just
a
cats.
video of me and my grotesque human hand petting this cat. So let me see if I can get it correct. Hold on, let me go back over here. Where's my
Then you
let
have
me go back
otter
over
pictures of
here.
disco flags as porn.
And then let me go
So
over
after
here.
my husband, he got kicked off Facebook yesterday because
What?
he was writing about football, and like there was some joke where they were, like obviously someone had said shoot at the goal, right? So he just wrote shoot, and they thought obviously Facebook's AI thought he was talking about fire, like killing people with a gun.
Oh my
And
God.
so he got stuck in Facebook jail for a couple of weeks.
That's that's actually very funny.
The AI must be so stupid because there was even a picture of football on the post. I'm like, come on, like it should be able to realize that you shoot at a goal.
Why is this not working? I'm uploading this thing, or so it says. I'm trying to upload it so I can share it with you all, and it's not uploaded yet.
See, Dave's clever, like, because I'm a boomer, I just show things on my phone.
I don't want to just show a picture on my. It's weird.
That's what I do. I mean,
Is that what I'm supposed to do? Can I do that?
no,
I
don't
can't
do
make
that.
sure it works. I don't know what the heck it's taking so much time doing. Why is this so bad at everything? What the heck? It's just.
Shall I see if I can find a nice picture?
I'm so frustrated by this. I just want to show everyone a picture of my cat.
You're making me late, Dave.
I know I'm making you late because this Imgur app is terrible and doesn't upload a picture of my friggin' cat. Why is it so hard?
See if I can find a nice picture of my. Oh, look at my cute little gerbils.
Okay, there we go. Can I view it?
Yes, Riot Aqua. Look at.
I'm
Oh
just gonna
no, it
close
doesn't
this friggin'
focus though,
app.
does it? That's the problem.
See, that's the problem. It doesn't work right.
Why? Can you just like put them on social? Put your cute
Let me put them on
cat.
some of the. Oh, here we go. Here we
Okay, good.
go.
Okay,
It
good.
looks like it's here. So maybe if I refresh this, is this? What? Why? Why do you not show my? I just up. It's here. It's here. You.
I'm
I
gonna have to
swear
go,
to God.
Dave. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna leave
Please do
you.
not riot. I'm trying.
I'm gonna leave you now.
Are you
Bye bye.
serious? All
I have
right.
to go.
All
I have
right.
to
All
go.
right. I'll owe everyone extra. Oh my God. All right, Gemma, you go.
Bye.
You go. I'm gonna see anyone who wants to hang out and see me angrily refresh Imager while I try to figure out. She's gone. We can say whatever we want now. Now I'm a little mad just because like it says that it's here, and it's obviously some weird caching issue where it won't like update its own cache to show me my own freaking. I'm gonna sign out and sign back in. Imger's garbage. I'm tired of this. I want value in my life and not whatever Imgur is providing me, which is not value. Can you please update? I just uploaded something. Can you please update? Yeah, she loves Sanshok a little bit too much. I'm really sad because all I want. Oh, I'm quiet now. Maybe because I moved away from my microphone a little bit. Does the audio balance change based on whether or not Gemma's connected? Am I echoing through Gemma's connection? Is that what's going on? Ooh, maybe that is what happens. Maybe my audio bounces. Wait. Here's you. Yes. Yeah. Here we go. Good. So now, if I go back over here, and I go over here, and I go over here. You thing. And I go over here, and I go over here. Cool. So now I can show you. Oh, Gemma's super frozen. That's why we'll leave her super frozen. You can see this video of my hideous human hand petting this cat who's absolutely adorable. I was wearing a jacket because I was about to go to work. There. Now I've done it. I've shown you all my cat, and I hope you're happy because he makes me really happy. No, she used earbuds. What I'm wondering is if the way Skype NDI works, like the Skype thing, if Skype is attempting to send to me both my audio and Gemma's audio over the connectivity, like, yeah, it's weird. I have to check it out. I have to do a lot of work on the audio here. I got to do a lot of work on everything. There's always too much to do. But thank you so much for tolerating my slowness in terms of showing you a picture of my very adorable cat, he has a weird like hairless patch on his stomach. He's very sweet though. He'll let you pet his stomach and he won't like freak out or some cats get really protective or they get very aggressively playful. He's just really sweet. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. I'll try to prepare more cat media for next time to make sure that we can appropriately be catted. Otherwise, have a great day, and we'll see you next week. If you're in the New York area, you can join us at our meetup. Otherwise, you can join us online and have fun. So have a great day, everyone. See you later, bye. Yeah, I love Tartufo. I named him Tartufo after my favorite dessert, and also because he's a little truffle and he's adorable. But all right, bye everyone. I'm gonna go.